Hi, Jodiana from Jodiana.com, and this week I am feeling inspired to talk about releasing relationships. I'm noticing that there's a lot of that going on right now, and so if you are in the process of releasing relationship or going through a breakup, then this message is for you. So anytime that we open ourselves completely, open our hearts completely, trust completely to another person, one of two things are going to happen. One is either you're going to end up with a friend for life, or the other is you're going to end up with a life lesson. And either way, the outcome is good. It might not feel good. And what makes it not feel good is our attachment, right? We get attached to the person, we get attached to the outcome, we get attached to how we want that ending or how we want that to look in our lives. We're attached to, what we thought this person was in our life to be, instead of surrendering that to divine. So one of the things that I started to notice when I awakened to myself years ago was that I would, instead of fighting, it's almost like a little kid kicking and fighting and screaming all the way, I'm not going to let it happen, I refuse. I would just surrender to it, just surrender into what was going on. And in the process of doing that, I realized, as I watched my thoughts, when I would go through a breakup, I realized it's like this movie screen that would play in my mind's eye of every wonderful moment that I shared with this person. And I had to watch this movie play out. And I had to from start to finish go through the entire relationship of every great thing, every wonderful moment, every moment that we shared. And as I went through that movie screen, I would mourn each of those moments. And after I did that, it's like the storm was over and a calm would come and I could move on with my life. Now, when I take the time to do that, I don't carry that funk forward into my next relationship. The challenge is it's painful. It's painful and takes courage to jump into that, and to surrender to the moment and to just be with what is. And the other part of that is I try to, in my relationships, any time that one comes to an end, it's very important to me to be able to say goodbye with love and gratitude. And so what makes that challenging is when you get into your heart space and you're thinking of all of the, times that you're grateful for that you've shared with this person and all of the wonderful things that they've brought into your life, it can kind of reconnect you to that person and you want to reach out to them again, even though maybe that person didn't treat you well, or maybe that person lost respect for you. And so if that's the case and that was going on, then it's not good to reach out to a person who's not treating you appropriately. It's not healthy. And so you have to love yourself enough to set that boundary and not reach out, even though in your heart you really want to. So a helpful thing that I have found in going through that process is to just journal, to start every day if that's what it takes, every hour if that's what it takes. Every time you want to reach out to that person, instead you write a letter. You write a letter to them and you say what it is that you have to say, the things that you want to say thank you for, the things that you wish you would have done differently, the things that you wish you could go back in time and change. Just process that onto paper and write it all down and get it out. And then finally, there's the energetic part of it, right? So it's really important when you're ending a relationship to just go in, to your quiet space and close your eyes and just check in and see if you can see any energy streams going from you to that person. Where are you connected and how were you operating with this person? How were you communicating with this person? How are you relating to this person? Because that can be very valuable. There's a lot that you can learn about yourself, about how you relate to significant others, if you're able to do that. And then once you see those energy streams going from you to that other person, so, if you're having a hard time not thinking about that person or letting go of that person, or you're having constant continual dreams, which is also another way of the, the psyche to out process that relationship. But if you just feel like there's still some type of attachment there, you can call in for divine assistance and just ask your divine to, to cut the cords, or to, to break the energy streams between the two of you. Or if you have, clairvoyance, and you can see in your mind's eye, like maybe where the energy streams are, you can do it yourself, break it at your will. Just imagine it snapping in half, and your energy pulling back into yourself and their energy going back into themselves. You have that power. So those are some helpful things that I have learned through the years and going through breakups. If this has been helpful for you, please give it a thumbs up, comment, and share. If there's anybody that you think this video will help, please share or tag them in the comments below. And also, if you have helpful tips for the people that are on my page or my blog or my YouTube channel that are going through a breakup, if you have tips that would be helpful for them also, leave them in the comments below, because lots of people come to this page and read and don't respond or don't comment, but they're still reading the comments. So maybe you have some wisdom that can be shared that can help somebody else. All right, so I will see you next week, and until then, to your life of health and bliss. Bye.